Happy Thursday. You are listening to the show. My name is Elizabeth Mesa, and we're on Dash Radio Discover. I have to say thank you so much to everyone that called in to wish me a happy birthday, because if you guys recall, we recorded the show on Tuesday night because I committed to something on Wednesday. So I was not going to be able to do the show on Wednesday, and I didn't want to not do the show and do a replay. So instead, I decided to record the shows on Tuesday night. So thank you. And I won't have any birthday stories until next week. So I don't have anything for you at all today. So you guys are going to have to just wait and tune in next week to find out if I didn't do anything, anyone, what did I do for my birthday, the weekend, and all that good stuff. But I'm excited because I have a writer today, and she is going to talk about the things that you guys love talking about all the time that we usually don't address too much here on the show, because I usually have my interviews are usually I've got artists, I have DJs, I have doctors, and I have authors. So we don't really get to talk about some things that are like taboo that you guys would like to address. Although you guys did ask me some questions when you called in on the show for Wednesday. And I have to say, you made me blush with those questions. I was like, I didn't think that you guys were going to really ask me that. So that was kind of embarrassing. But you know what? I'm going to bring my guest in right now because she is so beautiful. Lauren Fleishman, and you're a writer.
I am.
And an artist.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for having me on your show, and happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. And, I have to say, for those of you, you have a Twitter, right?
Okay. I have an Instagram, and I just decided as of today, I'm getting on Twitter.
Oh, you're not even on Twitter?
I've been rejecting Twitter for a very long time.
Why?
Well, it's such a good question. I know as a writer, it's like,
yeah,
writer one-on-one, you have to have a Twitter. Sometimes I have a little Donald Trump in me, and I don't trust myself, right? And so it's kind of like self-monitoring. But so something happened today, and we can get into it later. But one of my articles I posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I guess it was too risque or something. I went back a couple hours later. I was getting all these texts from my friends. They're like, what happened to your article? I don't see it anymore. Somebody spammed it. Some jerk that calls himself my friend.
Oh, wow.
So there's censorship on Facebook. There's no censorship on Twitter. This is why people are on Twitter.
Right. So what's your Instagrams for those that don't know so they could follow you?
Thank you for asking. It's LaFleish, LaFleish.
And for Facebook?
It's Lauren Fleishman, Lauren Fleishman, Fleishman.
Okay, so let's just get this out of the way first, because I want to go back into talking about the writer part and the articles that you do every month for Live Fast magazine. Okay, so she's also doing, she did a spread. She did a spread for September. I guess it's like September 2017 and October 2017, but we don't know which ones are going to come out which month. What you guys got to do is you have to follow her on her Instagram and on Facebook, and if she gets a Twitter, she's going to post and she's going to let you know exactly which month, which magazine is going to be out on. And the reason why I'm saying this, because this is what I'm going to tell you right now. Listen to the months that she, to the magazines that she's doing. She did Maxim Africa, Maxim South Africa, and Playboy South Africa. So this is why I'm saying we don't know which months are going to be for which magazines. Yeah, that's actually amazing. So you did all these shoots already, right?
I did, yeah.
What were the actual, did you have any, did you have like any say-so on the particular type of theme that you could do them?
And this is the beauty. I don't know how I somehow was able to get a lot of creative control over this. And one place I was so adamant on going was this place called the Pink Palace. I don't know if you've ever seen or heard of this.
I haven't.
Okay.
Where is that at?
It's incredible. So guys, you gotta check this out. It's in, it's this woman, it's in West Hollywood, and this woman, she has some apartment. It's this tiny apartment. It's like 900 square feet. And the whole thing, top to bottom, is pink. I mean, her carpets, her walls, her couches, to the pens. It's called the Pink Palace in Ruby Rose, Paris Hilton. All these amazing, iconic people have done photo shoots in there.
Yeah,
and it looks incredible. And she's even dyed her dog the color pink, like this woman. So it's crazy. So she rents out this space. So we did it was an all pink theme, which, I write about sex. I love playing with gender roles, and I'm a little risque. I think I have a lot of masculine energy in me, even though I'm feminine. So I wanted to play with, the pink femininity and sexuality. The photographers were at first very like, what is this?
So when they were saying, what is this? Is it because the type of costumes that you brought?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you have? Like, tell me exactly what is it that did you bring like dominatrix? Did you bring like dildos? Were you strapping anything on?
I wish. That is some great imagery, right? I worked with my art director and stylist, Ariel Ray, and she went very Liberace theme, little drag queen Liberace.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part where they were like, there's this like amazing, sheer cape with these jewels on it. And so I wore nothing, just that and some heels, and I'm playing at a tiny pink piano, and they're like, this is not going to work. And they took the photo, and hopefully that's what made it into the spread. So, ultimately, I don't get to have decisions over what they choose, but I was so blessed that I had to get to have some input into what my image is. Yeah. That's empowerment. So I was very, very blessed to have that.
Now, what type of lingerie did you have?
Oh, great question. Okay. I'm obsessed with, trashy lingerie. Have you ever been there before?
Oh my God, have I? I own some pieces from there. I love that place here in Hollywood. Oh my gosh, it's the best.
It is such a misnomer because you're like, oh, trashy lingerie. Why would I get that? But everything's handmade.
Yes. And see, that's why I went in, because I saw, like, I kept driving by the place. This was, I don't know, like maybe, like, I think, I don't know, like 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
How long have you lived in LA? Long time?
A long time.
Yeah.
So I kept driving by it, and I was like, trashy. And you're right. It's like, why would they name it trashy? But I knew it wasn't trashy because of what they put on the window.
Yeah.
What they display on the window.
Oh, yeah.
It's so inviting for you to come in.
Right.
And finally, one day, I decided, it was like back in like 2007, I decided, you know what? Today's the day when I'm going to go in. And I love the fact that they have, I don't know if they still have it, but when I went back in, they had like this like $1 membership.
Oh yeah,
they still
it's
have
there, and they like write down your name on like a piece of paper. Membership. What is
for
this?
Like $1.
It's amazing.
I love it, and it's like, so then I went in and I was like, oh my gosh, I was in heaven.
Yes, I feel like it only attracts like the right kind of people.
Yeah,
right? Like not the right kind, but it attracts the people that need to be there. If that makes any sense.
Yes, yeah.
But so I talked to. I'm such a questioner. I'm always questioning things. I talked to the owners, and what I learned, and you might have learned this already, is so it's family owned, and they've started so many trends in lingerie and fashion, and because they were outfitting all of these iconic women that were on Playboy magazine and all these magazines, and they started, like bondage and all this stuff in like more mainstream type ways, and I don't know, I just thought it was so fascinating.
I love that place. Everything there is just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Like I like it a lot.
I can't go back to Victoria's Secret. It's done.
Oh my God. Are you kidding? You know what? I don't even wear Victoria's Secret lingerie.
What do you wear? What's your favorite?
I like trashy or like Anjan Provocateur.
Oh, yeah.
But like, Victoria's
I like
Secrets.
how you pronounce that too. You pronounce it the proper way.
Like Victoria's Secrets, I'm like, that's just not even, that's not. That, it's like maybe I'll buy a Victoria's Secret's lingerie if I'm going to use it to like sleep in.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But to say that, like something that you want to really wear and like wear out, or like maybe to like really wear because
it's special.
It's special because this is me and this is who I am. It's definitely trashy.
Yeah.
I love that
it's
place.
Not funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, I love that place. So tell everyone again what your Instagram and your Facebook pages.
Instagram is LaFleish, LaFleish. Twitter is LaFleish, LaFleish. Lauren Fleishman is my name. You can find me on Facebook. And I would love to engage with my fans. I love for people to read my articles and write to me. I'm starting to get fans now from around the world, and it's so fun to hear people's opinions and to talk about these kinds of conversations.
So let's go into your writing. You're a writer, and you write articles for Live Fast magazine every month. And I read the one article that was sent to me, by, is it your publicist?
Yes.
By your publicist. And it's a sexual healing, why sexual polarity is a must for a satisfying relationship. I have to say, I did not know what polarity meant, and I kept reading through the article. And it's interesting and it's fascinating how you describe everything. So describe to everyone. And all this started because you were in a relationship.
Right.
You were in a relationship that, you didn't lack sex. I mean, well, let me go back. You were busy. You were very busy. You had a very busy life. You were working. And like you said, your man at the time that you were dating, he was just born into money. He was born into money. So he was born into money. He didn't have to work. So he took the role of being I guess you could, if you will, you want to say the stay-at-home partner where he cooked for you, he did everything for you, and you were working, so you only had sex like twice a week. And you were saying that even if you had sex twice a week, you weren't in it 100%. You were just doing it just because you felt like, I have to do this. This is something that, we need to do to keep the glue to the relationship.
Right.
And it's interesting that you say that, because for me, I always say that on top of everything else that you have going on, you do have to have sex, but you have to make it fun and you have to make it interesting. So now explain to everyone how you came into discovering how, you went to a sex therapist?
Sex therapist. Yeah.
So describe to everyone how you finally found out the difference between sexual polarity and how, if you have the feminine side versus the masculine.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. And I totally agree with your statement. Yes, very important to make sex fun and interesting. Like, that's not something that a man or a female can just let go by the wayside. Very important. So you explained everything very well. I always thought, because I'm a very type A, want to get shit done type of girl, even though I have long hair and boobs, very feminine, things like that. And I love working and making things happen. So there's a lot of aggressive male energy in me. And as you said, things weren't really working out between my boyfriend and I. We couldn't figure it out. We were best friends. We got along. Our families loved each other. We had fun together. We hung out every day and we loved it, but the sex was not good and we couldn't figure it out. And so the sex therapist,
before you go on, you said the sex was not good. Did you have chemistry before?
We did. We did. Oh my God, such chemistry, incredible chemistry. And to be honest with you, the first time we ever had it, I was pretty drunk. And I think alcohol or substances can give you a false sense of connection.
It does, yeah.
And that was also, a lot of times people can have lots of sex when they're drunk, continued throughout their relationship. Yeah. And that wasn't the case for me. And so what happens, right, is you're first time you have sex, maybe you're on some sort of substance. I was drunk. And then the subsequent sex after that, you're like, wait, it's got to be good because the first time it was really good. So it's going to be good. Let me just keep doing this. I'm not missing anything. So, flash forward, a year of me working 12-hour days. I come home. He's amazing, massaging me, taking care of me. We go to have sex. It's not there. It's like, you've ever been in that situation where you're laying in the bed, you want to get into it, but you're just sort of thinking okay, after this I have to take off my makeup, and then I have to go do this, and then I have to wake up tomorrow, try to get to the gym. That's so not sexy, right?
Right.
And the men can feel that too. They can feel that.
Yeah.
So we go to the therapist and they introduce us to this concept of sexual polarity, which was first termed by this man called David Dida, if you guys are interested in learning more. And honestly, it didn't really hit me.